Okay, this goes out to my fellow Christians. Yeah, we shouldn't treat non-believers like garbage. Or if there's somebody who's just really trying to get closer to God, we shouldn't treat them like crap because they're not as holy as us. You gotta understand, there's nothing holy about us. We will never be holy. We are only holy through Jesus. We are only holy because He allows us to be more holy. You are not more holy, or you are not better than somebody else, okay? Let's get that hammered into your brain, alright? You are not better than somebody else because you're Christian. You are just as bad, and to say you're better makes you a hypocrite, okay? Because you were just as bad. You probably did worse than they did, or worse than they're doing right now. I know for sure I did. I am the chief of sinners, alright? Just like Paul said, I am the chief of all sinners. There's nothing good about me. I'm not going to treat myself like I'm better than everybody else because I'm Christian, alright? And you shouldn't be calling people out because they're not as holy as they should be. You got to realize, you cannot call somebody else out when you have issues and you have sins just like they do. I mean, are you, to put this frank with you, are you stupid? Like, are you dumb? Because you're treating people like garbage when you're just as bad as they are. Like, you're the most hypocritical of all of them. And the fact that you're sitting there on your high horse like you're better than somebody else, how dare you? Like, how dare you? How dare you treat somebody like they're any less because they don't believe, at least not yet. Like, they may be a future believer, but you're treating them like crap and you're drawing them farther away from church, all because you're treating them like garbage. Like, you're not gonna go out and try to make friends with somebody by slapping them in the face and saying, nah, I did that because you're a bad person. Now come be friends with me. You can't make friends with somebody by being a jerk. Where's your brain? Your butt? Pull it out of there. What are we doing? I mean, honestly, guys, Matthew 7:5. Matthew 7:5 says, pull the plank out of your own eye before the speck out of your brother's eye. And Jesus says to treat people with love. You're not treating them with love. And how dare you not welcome a sinner like yourself into church? How dare you not welcome them in? You should be happy that they're there, because the fact that they want to be there, the fact that they chose to go there instead of going out and having sex with people, going out and having parties, going out and drinking, going out and smoking, going out and sinning and living in their sin and wallowing in it like pigs. How dare you treat them like garbage when they chose to go to church? They chose, hey, you know what? Instead of going out to that frat party this Wednesday, I'm gonna go try out this new church. Just, I felt like I should try it out. And then they get there, and you're giving them weird looks because they got tattoos, weird looks because they have weird hair, weird looks because they dress different than you, weird looks because they curse, weird looks because they have a different lifestyle than you. Treat them with love, because you're just pushing them away when you treat them like garbage. Jesus hung out with probably the worst people. He hung out with the disciples who, one was a tax collector. Nobody liked tax collectors. That's like if he went and hung out with, for any of you Democrats, that's like he went out and hung out with Donald Trump. Or for you Republicans, that's like he went out and hung out with Kamala Harris. And made them his disciple. Made them one of his best friends. Yeah, he did that. But you can't hang out with that one person because you don't agree with what they're doing. You don't have to agree with what they're doing. You don't have to agree with their lifestyle. But you also shouldn't treat them like garbage because they live like that. Truly, how dare you? Truly, how dare you? No. And you shouldn't be defending yourself in this like, oh, well, but they flipped me off. Oh, well, they cursed me out. Turn the other cheek. I mean, honestly, turn the other cheek. Didn't Jesus say that? Did Jesus hit them back when they were slapping him in the face to get crucified? Did he nail their hands because they were nailing his? Did he curse back at them when they cursed at him? No, he didn't. Did he spit in their face when they spat in his? No, he didn't. But you know what he did do? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. But you can't do that. You can't manage to pull your head out of your own butt crack because you don't want to. What are you? Why are you like that? And for those of you who are like that, maybe think for a second. Maybe it's you who needs to be there more than they do. Because at least they're choosing, despite the people they want to go hang out with, they're choosing to go spend a time at church with God instead of other people who are leading them farther away from heaven. At least they're choosing to go be away from the sin and be with the holiness. You, however, you may be choosing to be there, but you are becoming a stumbling block for somebody else. You gotta realize, people's eternities are on the line. Their blood is on your hands. When you get to heaven, you think God's gonna say, you know what, hey, dap me up. Thanks for leading them away from me. Hey, dap me up. Thanks for leading them away from my church by treating them like garbage. Thanks for treating them like crap because they don't believe in me. Hey, thanks for treating them like crap because they have a bad past. Hey, they treat them like crap because they have tattoos. Church is not your country club. Church is not your country club. Church is a hospital for sinners. That's like if you went to a doctor's office and all the doctors sitting there drinking, having a good time, and you get there like, oh my gosh, I'm about to die. I just got shot in the chest. I'm gonna die. And they're like, yo, get out of here. What are you doing? This is a place for doctors. Yeah, when I put it like that, it don't seem so nice, does it? So maybe, just maybe, we shouldn't be talking people behind their back. We shouldn't be treating people like crap when they go to church. Maybe we shouldn't be treating people and our fellow neighbors like garbage because they're not believers. Maybe we should treat people with love and respect because that's what Jesus did and that's what he asks us to do. And maybe, even if they broke up with you, maybe even if they're your ex, maybe even if you don't like them like that, maybe you should still forgive them. Because after all, Jesus forgave the very people who tortured him, spat on him, called him names, and did these unspeakable crimes, stripped off the clothing he was wearing, and sold it to people, gambled for it in front of him, and then mocked him in front of the entire world. They did all of that, and you know what he did? He still forgave them. But you can't forgive that ex because they cheated on you. Is that good? No. But should you maybe forgive them for that? Yeah, maybe you should. Crawl off your high horse.